All I have to do. Said all. Said all. Said all. Hey. I can call him in the morning. I can call him in the middle of the night. And when I call him, he'll make everything alright. It does not matter how big my problem. Jesus promised. Can I get a witness in the house? Said Jesus promised.
Jesus promised he'll take care of me.
Said Jesus promised.
Jesus promised he'll take care of me.
Said oh how? Said oh.
Oh, how wonderful.
Here's one. Jesus promised.
Jesus promised he'll
Does
take
anybody
care of me.
believe that? Does anybody believe that? Say oh.
How wonderful it is.
Jesus promised.
Jesus promised he'll take care of me.
Said oh how wonderful.
Oh, how wonderful it is.
Oh, Jesus promised. Said
Jesus promised he'll take care of me.
said oh how.
Oh, how wonderful it is.
Here's one. Jesus promised. Said
Jesus promised he'll take care of me.
listen.
I don't have to worry
About the things.
about the things ahead.
I don't have to
I
worry
don't have to worry
about the things ahead.
about the things ahead.
Said
I don't have to worry
about the things
about
ahead.
the things ahead.
I don't have to
I
worry.
don't have to worry about the things ahead.
But this is what you gotta do. Say all I have to do is live right. All I have to do is live right. All I have to do is live right. Said all. Said all. Said all. Lift your voice, say, I can call him. I can call him. And when I call him, he'll make everything alright. It does not matter. How big. Jesus promised. In Jamaica, we love to call it the death notice. That's the section that we look to see all those who have died and get to know when the funeral will be and hear what the family has to say. Now, for every face that we're going to show here, they're from different countries, different backgrounds, different families. But they have one thing in common. This young man, just in last week, he was shot and killed. I believe he was 14 or 15 years old. We have a couple who has been married for years, maybe over 50 odd years. Lived in England. They're returning residents. And I have to be careful how I talk now because it's a case that is still pending and there is no concrete evidence. This young man, in a case of mistaken identity, some gang members thought he was somebody who he was not. And they ran him down into Bodega, little supermarket. He tried to hide and they went for him around the counter. When you saw about 6 men pulling this defenseless 15-year-old out of that supermarket, they had knives and machetes, and when you saw them begin to stab ruthlessly, brutally. Now, this young lady, as you look at her, and see that she's a beautiful young woman. She is a marketing rep for a very well-known company. She's a married woman. She has an 8-month-old daughter. For those who saw last week, met in an accident with the Knoxport bus. Now, what made this difficult for me What really brought tears to my eyes is because the Lord said that I need to make it personal. Because we all understand loss. You can't understand it if you've never experienced it. And so, as I look at the next slide, this individual right there, stop right there. That's the man whose loins I came through. Now, my wife knows, and this is why I'm saying it's difficult. I don't talk to my wife about my father. My father died suddenly, and in my family we don't really talk about him too much. And I'm happy that it was not because he was not a good father. The reason we don't talk about him is because he was an awesome father. It's too painful to talk. And so I don't really talk about him much. My wife does not know much about my father. Stop right there. And so this is me a few years ago with my daughter, who died as she was born. Her name is Tessan and Tessanique. I prepared her room and everything for her, and was having so much expectations, but then she was born and she died the very same day. And this is one of those things that you don't really overcome. Turn to somebody else and tell that person, live. Life is short. And life is uncertain. We are, as the word says, like a vapor. We are here today and we are gone tomorrow. The persons you see now, within a few hours, they might not be alive. The reality is, Jesus had his disciples. They came to him and they spoke to him about some people who died in an accident. And when they asked him, what about those folks, to find out if Jesus would probably cry as he did at Lazarus' tomb, the Lord brought something to them that I want to bring to the church today. The Lord asked them, how much better do you think you are than any one of those persons who died in that accident? The Lord said, do you think that they were not sinners, or they sinned less than you? The Lord answered it. He said, no. These were not people who were worse than you. These were not people who were worse sinners than you. But the Lord caused them to understand that you being alive, you are alive by grace. Am I talking to the church? We look at those photos and we mourn those who have died. And we feel sad for those who have lost their loved ones. But I want to tell somebody, it could have been you. You don't understand that you ain't all that good. You ain't all that special as you think, so you can't die. Because I'm telling you, we saw some good people a while ago. We saw some awesome people a while ago. But one thing they have in common, they're all dead. And they're all died a tragic death. Am I talking to the church? And so we have to realize that this life is uncertain. A few weeks ago, we heard of a young man who got married just 3 weeks and he died in a plane crash. God, pastor is bringing depression today. The reality is, when we look at how we behave, having life, there are some who, if they were in their conscious minds, they would be begging God to take our place. Because if they could get another chance to have a do-over, then they would say, God, I would come into your house. Oh, God. And I would worship you like I never had before. When they look at how some of you sit down, that God ain't never done nothing good for you. When they look at some of you have to be pumped and pushed and motivated and cheerleaders have to get you going. If they were in their right minds, they would say, God, I would come into your house and I would worship you like there is no tomorrow. Am I talking to the church? Life is uncertain, and Job had the experience that he lost his children. He lost 10 of his children. Am I talking to the church? You got to realize that we may be here today, but we are gone tomorrow. But Job had a testimony. He said, the Lord giveth and the Lord taketh, but blessed be the name of the Lord. What that tells me is that while I got life, I am going to worship. While I got life, I am going to praise. While I got life, I'm not going to hold my mouth down, but I'm going to give God everything that is within me. I want somebody to know right now that you might have some stress and some really depressing things going through. But if somebody who's dead was to be conscious right now, they would tell you to take my place and I take yours. You may be having problems with husband, wife, at your workplace, but somebody that's dead would trade places with you in a heartbeat, because there's something about having life once you are still alive. And God, if you're not dead, then there's still hope of winning. If there's still life, there's still hope of having a comeback. And so I got no reason to sit down with my fears all make it up. I got no reason to sit down with my head held down. Y'all don't hear me up in here. I am sick and tired of ungrateful people. And if I am sick and tired of you, I know God as well is sick and tired. You got to understand this, that God tried to do his best for Israel. He gave them the name that was a blank check. When you get a blank check, it means you don't have a figure written on that check. I'm sorry for anybody who write me a blank check. The account better big and tall. Because if you write me, give me a check and just put it in your and say, sign what you want. When you talk about billion, they find a number where it exists. Am I talking to the church? Because you give me a blank check. The Bible said that God said to Moses, tell them I am that I am. In other words, that name was a blank check. In other words, whatever you need me to be. The choir just sang a while ago that he's awesome. But there's a little part we put into it. We say when you don't have enough, we say, you say whatever. That is the I am. In other words, if you want water, in my water. If you need food, in my food. If you need energy, in my energy. If you need light, in my light. If you need comfort, in my comfort. If you need cool, in my cool. If you need heat, whatever you need it to be. Tell somebody live. Tell somebody live. Live your best life. Enjoy life. Because life is short. Understand this. How do we enjoy life? The word says that the whole duty of man is to fear God and keep his commandments. The Bible said the fear of the Lord is the beginning. So the first thing that we need to do in order to enjoy life is to serve God. Am I talking to the church? The word says, remember now in the days of thy youth. So tell somebody, live. Enjoy life. Stop stressing out yourself. Am I talking to the church? If you get one little money, praise God Almighty. One day, man, you get some money. You just take your money and find a local hotel. Y'all don't hear me. Y'all don't hear me. Find one local hotel. You might have look mad if you're going by yourself. But go there and go to the spa. Tell them say you want a mud bath. Tell them say me always see them put cucumber on people's eye. Me want that too. God Almighty. Tell them say me want them detox. Me feed them. Tell them say them toenails and don't look right more. You make them right again. Am I talking to the church? Tell somebody live. Am I talking to the church? Sisters, my young sister, let me talk to you just a minute. Just stress out yourself about man. Praise God Almighty. Just stress out yourself. Because everybody are married. And you're not married. And look how long they're there. And you look like nobody now see me. Tell somebody live. Tell somebody live. Oh God, look how everybody is married. And look how them are past me. Them a look for me and pass me like an Aunt Jemima. Oh God, them must think say me a miss. So God, me not feel like me need to be in a church no more. Tell somebody live. Your powers is coming. Me say the man a come. Tell somebody live. While you're there waiting. I tell you say the day when I decided that I was a man, I wanted to buy a television, but I couldn't afford it. Say, you know, me no. We buy one video. I couldn't afford the TV. So I push myself and buy the video. And I put it on my dresser. And every evening I go and look on the video. And video can't watch by itself. So I say TV must come. Alright, watch yourself, watch yourself. Then I talk to my sisters. You're single. I ain't have no man. The man a come, but well, you wait. Go in one of these store, the man. And say, listen, I want to talk to you. But I can't say it loud because it's a secret. Do you have any of them things that they call Victoria? I know why you buy one of them. I know why you go home and put it on and go in the mirror. I don't know the man's name, but let's say his name David. Say David. Say David, you're in for something. Tell somebody there. Am I talking to the church? Am I talking to the church? You got one life. Live. God wants you to separate yourself from those who are nothing but weights in your life. Am I talking to the church? God wants you to delete some number out of your phone. God wants you to forget some people. You have some people. They are nothing but spiritual leeches. nothing but spiritual parasites in your life. And they use the skies of Christianity as a cover. To say, if you're not shut to me, and malice you keep. But Paul said, if it be possible, live peaceable with all men. And everybody mean you're good. And everybody you can live peaceable with. There's some people where you have to just say to them, say, good morning, so long, bye-bye. Tell somebody that you might can't afford Pelican. You might can't afford food at Usain Bolt's tracks and records. But let me give you some advice. Even if you don't have the money, one day just go in one of them restaurants. I'm going to draw a seat. And sit down. And when they come and say, good afternoon, sir and ma'am, may I take your order? He said, okay, let's take a picture for me. And you give the best pose. And when you take the picture, you take the phone, and they say, okay, no, may I take care of that? They say, no, that will be all. Does somebody live? Or one life you have? I want somebody to understand that life is precious, and when you are living and walk depressed, you mean say you know one life. Am I talking to somebody? Because the dead know it not God. When a man dies, his thoughts perish. And look at yourself. You got a life. Look at yourself. Being in that taxi or that drunken driver could have lost control of that car, but God, the gunman could have come and kicked off your door, but God, that rapist who's been watching you could have come and held you up, but God, them bad boy who they up on the road couldn't take one of your life. Me know some of training. But God, am I talking to somebody? Once you got life, then live. Tell somebody live. Tell somebody live. I don't know about you, but I've got one life and I'm gonna live. Tomorrow is promised to no man. I don't know my time or my hour, but I tell you this, I'm gonna live.
Say God, you turn a mess into a message, now the messenger arrive. Committed to the journey, so me now go backslide. Looking through the spirit and the physical eyes. Ooh, to God me testify. Know me a the worker, God a the boss. My whole life, he and us. Take me from the mud and put me in a A class.